Hey, Comp One. So we are getting into the final stretch of Essay 4. And I've had a lot of people reach out to me. Hey, Professor Coomer, this is the topic I'm thinking about doing. What do you think about this angle? How do I do this kind of a citation? I've had a lot of people really take advantage of the fact that I'm here and I'm willing to help you out. Some of you guys have not, and that's fine if you feel like you're pretty confident and in your angle. Just a few things that we've run into whenever I've talked to a lot of the people that did come to my office hours and talk to me. One of the things that I've found is a lot of times people are choosing too big of a topic for a 4 to 6 page essay. Remember that this essay must be at least 4 pages, and it shouldn't be longer than 6 pages long. So 4 to 6 pages, you can't really solve all the world's problems in that amount of time. So what I want you to do, and as you're going through peer review, also think about this this week, because this week you're going to be doing peer review for at least 2 of your classmates. Think about this. Is that person trying to take on too big of an issue? For instance, climate change as a whole, or racism as a whole, or these are huge issues that are just very large. Maybe it would be more effective, especially you can't solve it. I mean, there's books written on it and it's hard to solve these issues, right? So maybe in your 4 to 6 page essay, you would solve a specific smaller aspect of that within our society, maybe within our school system, maybe within our how a person can make certain changes in their lives to become a better saver of money, or whatever it is. Whatever your big topic might have been. Now, many of you guys also have really narrowed it down very well. Okay, school uniforms. That was one of the topics. Okay, great. That's a pretty specific topic. Let's see, what was another one? Another one had to do with drunk driving and the penalties for that. And we had to be a little creative as far as how we were linking one of the sources from the textbook, because remember, one of your sources has to come from the textbook. So we had to be a little bit creative on how to do that, but we were able to do it because we were able to talk it through. So really think about, okay, I need to make this needs to be an argument, something that I feel strongly about, that's fine. But it does need to be something that's specific and pinpointed enough that it's reasonable to actually make an argument in 4 to 6 pages, because you're not going to be able to solve all the world's problems in that amount of space. So really think about that. The other thing that a few people have brought up was the issue of citation. And so one of the things that I am assigning this week, and it may be, I want to make sure that everybody reads this. You just go to your textbook, page 235, and actually it's on, I added that to our syllabus. Let's just take a look at our syllabus this week. If you take a look, we are in week 14, and man, week 14 out of 16 total weeks. So yeah, it's getting down to the wire, guys. So what I want you to do, there is an argument. It's a researched argument. There's an example essay on page 235 in your textbook. And this may mean that, whenever you read this, maybe there's some things that you had been doing incorrectly. One of the things that I think really helped, basically, I've already graded essay 3 for everybody. And I'm telling you, this was just a great essay. A lot of people did just fantastically on this essay. And I could always tell who used the example essay, who really tried to model their essay after the example, and who did not. And so those of you who really worked hard to model your essay after the example essay, generally you did fantastic. So I'm going to give you another essay to model your essay over. It's the last week out of 3. But this is okay. You can revise. You can say, how does my essay stack up against this example essay? And make some major revisions. That's fine to do. This is the week to do it because, hey, this is the last major essay you're going to write. So don't get wimpy on me now, okay? Really, really get strong and get into this. So on page 235, you're going to find that there is a researched argumentative essay. And this is exactly what I'm asking you guys to do. One of the things that you're going to notice, it's a little longer than what I'm asking you guys to write, but it's okay. The biggest reason I want you to look at this is to have a good example of, first of all, the thesis statement. How did they introduce the topic? How did they approach citation? That is something that I will say, many of you guys have already gotten very good at this. A lot of you, though, really do need to work on your citation and your essays. So in an essay 4, you're going to be citing from 3 sources, not just one anymore. So you're going to need to be able to cite those appropriately. And so if you take a look, for those of you who are struggling with citation, if you take a look in the textbook on this example essay, it's going to give you a better idea of how this works, especially whenever you're citing from 3 sources as opposed to 1 source. Remember, whenever you're making an argument, you have to assume your audience has not read any of these sources, okay? They have not read, one of the things that always kills me is when people talk about the reading or the story. That's not academic language here, right? It's the article, okay? This article written by so-and-so says this, okay? And you can't assume that your reader is someone in your class anymore. And you can't really, I'm not technically in your audience. I'm reading this, and I'm basically, I can tell if you're speaking to your target audience or not. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a look at this example. It's going to give you some good examples of how to do citations. And the nice thing is there's little notes on the side that will give you an idea of the specific things that this example is illustrating. So it should help you quite a bit. So don't forget to take a look at that. The essay 4 is due on Blackboard by Friday midnight, no later. I will not accept anything late, okay? If you do hand it in late, you'll get graded off a letter grade for every day that it's late. And let me just tell you this, you don't want to hand this in late. I have to grade these very quickly because the next assignment is the portfolio assignment, okay? So the next assignment is the portfolio assignment, and that's what you're going to work on for the next 2 weeks. On Monday next week, I will give you a video where I explain the portfolio assignment, but one of the things that has to be done for the portfolio assignment is I have to grade your essay because you're going to have to revise 3 out of the 4 essays from this semester, okay? And one of those essays has to be your argumentative essay. So if you hand in your argumentative essay late, that means I won't be able to grade it and give it back to you for much longer. And that means you won't have as much time to revise that essay for your portfolio project. So do yourself a favor and work really hard to make sure you get this in on time. Also, your annotated bibliography is due on Blackboard by Friday midnight. Your summaries are also due Friday midnight. And I want you to at least read the portfolio assignment so you're somewhat familiar with it whenever I assign it on Monday. Okay, so a lot of work, and I want you to work really hard on this essay because, again, first of all, not only does it affect your essay grade, right? You want to get as good a grade as you can on essay 4 and on your annotated bibliography, but also you're going to have to revise essay 4 in your portfolio. If you get an A on essay 4, that means your portfolio revision is pretty much, it's going to be pretty easy. You've helped yourself in your final project by doing well on essay 4. But if you do poorly on essay 4, that means there's more work for you to do in the portfolio project. And so, again, read the assignment sheet. You're going to have a better idea of what I'm talking about whenever you've read the assignment sheet. But do yourself a favor and work very hard this week to make sure that you're giving yourself the best possible chance, okay? So having said that, that is what is due this week. I want you to read this example essay as soon as you watch this video. Go ahead and then take a look and make sure, am I citing my sources like they're citing it in this example? And if you have any questions on how to do citation, on how to do any of these things, talk to me early in the week, okay? Don't talk to me, I mean, I guess Thursday is better than never, but believe me, the best time for you to make the biggest impact on this essay is early. Don't wait till the last minute and say, hey, how do I do this again? Again, I've had a lot of you guys come and talk to me during my virtual office hours. It's been really nice getting to know a lot of you guys, but many of you guys have not. And again, if you feel really confident in this stuff, that's fine. I know a lot of you guys have been really just nailing these assignments. You've been just doing really well. But other of you guys have been struggling. And if you're struggling, believe me, I want you to do well. I'm going to try to help you as much as I can. But as long as you're bringing it from your end as well. So, okay. So that is what's due this week. We have a lot of work to do. Let's just kind of review. Hey, just so you know, I still listen to these things every morning. I still enjoy listening to my morning jazz. Okay, so let's go to the homework and assignments section. I do still have this, how to use the View online library and finding your sources. That is there to help you with finding your sources for this essay. It's there to help you with getting your works cited entries, because if you're using the online library from VU, it already gives you the works cited entries. Okay, so don't freak out. You don't really have to use bibme.org or any of these crazy whatevers. This online library already does all of that for you. You just need to know how to do it. I also have the supplemental study resources here. And this is other things that you may need to know. And this example of quotation and works cited entries might be of use to you. If you take a look at that, I have just some examples here of how to do the introductory words to your quote. And then there's a quotation, and then there's a citation at the end. So that's your page number. And look at this. Great. I've got the works cited entry right there. So it's just an example, but some of you guys have been struggling on that. So it's up there for you if you need it. Let's see here. Anything else before I end this video? Let's see here. Homework and assignments. Again, with your summaries, some of you guys just need to look at the summary instructions again. Remember, all the summaries, they have to have works cited entries. Your works cited entries, I did not give you the works cited entry this time for your summaries, but they are from the same book. And if you take a look at the previous week's videos, I explained how to get this. They're from the same book as the Essay 3 works cited entries. So if you go and look at Essay 3's works cited entries, you just change out the author's name, the article title, and then the page range, you've got your citation. So those are actually very easy to do. You just need to pay attention. Make sure to have the hanging indentation on those as well. Okay, guys, now we've covered everything. Really, at this point of the semester, it's all about execution. If you have questions for me, again, you can email me, or you can, today is Monday. I'm generally going to be in and out of my office most of the day. So it's worth just trying to see if I'm in there. And if you want to make sure that you get to talk to me, email me and we will make an appointment. Many thanks to all of you who have already done that many times this semester. You've done a great job with that, guys. For the most part, this class has been fantastic. Keep working hard on this. If you have any questions for me, please let me know. If not, guys, have a great week, and I will look forward to reading your essays.